Hey everyone, I'm Amy Zelmer, and I just wanted to check in with you and give you a little recap of my amazing trip out to Washington, D.C. I just got back from 2 weeks being out in Virginia, and I cannot even tell you how amazing this trip was and how many people touched me and how many lives I was able to touch as part of this trip. Some of the highlights of my trip, I spoke to 6 different TBI support groups. I got to chat with the members one-on-one and give everybody a big hug, and it was just so powerful when you know that you've made a difference in somebody else's life. And those people made a huge impact on my life as well, just seeing them in their different realms of recovery. And it was just so wonderful to meet with so many other survivors. And I also got to speak to the psychology doctorate program at Argosy University. And that was quite powerful to know that I have made a difference in these students' lives and as they become psychologists and hopefully will specialize in traumatic brain injury and work with brain injury patients, they'll have a better understanding of what we're going through because of my presentation. And I also attended Brain Injury Awareness Day at the Capitol. This was my second year attending, and it was just absolutely fabulous. It's a very long and exhausting day, but just so worth it to meet with vendors who are specializing in TBI and trying to help TBI survivors, and meeting with other advocates and other survivors and other people who don't have brain injury but really want to help us and help spread the word. So that was really amazing. I also got to meet with 2 of my senators, Amy Klobuchar and Al Franken, and I gave them copies of my book. I also got to attend a movie screening about the pseudo-bulvar effect, which is the result of a brain injury. It's when people cry or laugh for no particular reason. It's not because they're feeling depressed or sad or because they feel happy. It's just this odd thing that happens, and they have random outbursts of crying or laughter. And so that's called PBA. And so I watched a really amazing documentary on that. And this documentary will also help raise awareness about brain injury. And we got to meet with the cast afterwards, and I got to meet Jenna Wolfe from the NBC Today show, and I also gave her a copy of my book, so that was very exciting to meet her. And it was such a great trip, and I met so many amazing people. They really touched me, and I hope that I made a little bit of a difference in their life. By speaking to them about my experience and what I'm going through. And again, I hope I really help touch the lives of those psychology students as they move forward in their careers. And I'm really still decompressing from the whole thing. It was just really fabulous. And I also had time over the weekend to go see all of the monuments in DC and, have a little bit of touristy time. And I got to meet up with some of my friends that I met last year while I was out there. And it's just fun to reconnect with those old friends that you've made. And, big thank you to Paul for driving me around and showing me the sights, and Stephanie for helping be my assistant at all of the speaking engagements, and Tony for helping set up a lot of these engagements. It's just, it was just fabulous. And a big shout out to the Brain Injury Services of Virginia. They have an amazing program out there. And I was so impressed with their program and the different ways that they have survivors involved in their programs, and being able to speak to their recovery group, and also doing a book reading at their Adapt Clubhouse. The Adapt Clubhouse was hands down the highlight of my trip. It's very memorable, and I won't forget it anytime soon. And a thank you to Inova Fairfax Hospital for having me speak to their Trauma Survivors Network. And again, Argosy University. And I know I'm missing somebody, and I apologize, but just such a fantastic trip. Thank you to the Brain Injury Association of America for putting on Brain Injury Awareness Day, along with Senator Pascrell's office out in DC. It's just a fantastic event, and it's so exciting to see it growing. I know from last year to this year, they had it in a better room, they had a high attendance, it was standing room only for the briefing, so it's really exciting to see that grow every single year. And the entire metro system shut down in Washington, D.C. So I know a lot of people weren't able to make it in for Brain Injury Day, which is really, really too bad. But it also lends to tell you this many people came out on a day when the metro was down. So it was a really awesome turnout. So again, I just wanted to kind of give you my little debriefing on my trip to DC. Thank you to everybody who donated to my GoFundMe campaign. I really, really appreciate all of the support, whether you donated money or you helped share the campaign or asked others to make a pledge. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate each and every one of you for watching this. And if you're not part of my tribe, I encourage you to join the TBI tribe on Facebook. It's just a really great place where everybody can hang out and just talk and share their experiences and just help lift each other up, and just a really positive place for us to all hang out. There's about 3,800 members in that group right now, and those numbers continue to grow. So thank you to everybody who's bought my book. Just a quick reminder, I have my ebook available right now as a pay what you can. You can pay as little as $1 if that's all you can afford, and that's on my website at facesoftbi.com. And just thank you for taking the time to watch this. I'm so happy to have you in my circle, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I do my best to keep up with email and Facebook messages, but it can get overwhelming at times, as I'm sure you understand. So please have patience if I don't get back to you right away. And on Facebook, also remember, sometimes those messages go into random folders and I never see them. So if we're not connected on Facebook, there's a chance that I don't see that message. So email is always the better option. amyzelmertbi@gmail.com is my email address, or you can find it on my website at Faces of TBI. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Have a good Easter.